This is Robert Peters, Senior Vice President over at the National Dropout Prevention Center, and this is our second installment with Dr. Wachera Ragland-Brown. She's Assistant Superintendent over at Bayonne School District, folks. Bayonne School District is an amazing district in New Jersey, but to kind of give you a real good, understanding of where Bayonne is, if you fly into New York and you're in Times Square, Bayonne School District is about a 10-15 minute Uber or taxi ride over the bridge, right? I'm telling you, it is an outstanding school district. They're doing some amazing work. And today what we want to talk about in our second installment is coaching. Coaching and mentorship, right? I mean, a personal story, because I think that sometimes people think the word coach means it's not a good thing, right? You're being coached up, right? Because for some reason, people think that there's a level of perfection and you got to be perfect as a leader or as a teacher. Yes. But the thing about a coach, think about athletes, professional athletes, people that are on top of their game. They get coaches in so many different areas of their game to really begin to give them these specific skills that make them better at what they do. And as educators, sometimes we see coaches as this, oh no, I don't need a coach. I'm good. We all need coaches, right? And we all need mentors. I went through years before I truly found someone who connected with me and was my mentor. Dr. Bill Daggett is my mentor, right? And I wished I had Dr. Daggett when I started in education 30 years ago. So Wachera, before we even jump into the amazing things that you guys are doing, talk to me about your philosophy around coaching and mentorship.
Well, as you just mentioned, coaching for me has been tremendous, so beneficial. For me, it just helps me to become better at what I do. Definitely it drives continuous improvement. Right. I know personally I benefit from some exceptional coaches from one of yours, Dr. Turner, Carlton Jordan, Dr. Cheryl Logan, all of those individuals that have been so supportive and helped me to see things in myself and fine tune some things within myself to make me become a better leader. So as like you mentioned, for many people think of coaching as one of those things as not needing it or not really seeing the benefits of it. But it's definitely something that I truly believe in, and it helps me to identify my strengths and weaknesses. Wow. See things, like I said, in myself that I wouldn't possibly see. It's not just for new leaders. It's for anyone. It's for someone who just wants to become better at what they do on a daily basis. So I can go on and on talking about the benefits of coaching, but I think once you find someone who you can reflect with, who you can brainstorm with, who can help you fine tune some things about yourself to just make you become better at what you do. It's been tremendously beneficial for me, and one of the things that our principals are now benefiting from.
So, definitely. One thing that you said, the words you said were fine tune, right? And it made me think about in what we're doing, no matter what your job is, it's a craft, right? And the thing that sometimes people think, well, I just go to my job, right? But no, every job is a craft. It is like, how can I get better at what I do? And if you don't have anyone that you really feel comfortable with, folks, to really sit down and say, hey, have you ever thought about this? You're like, whoa, I didn't even think about that, right? Have you ever done this? Hey, I like the way you did this, but what about this, right? And everything we need someone to fine tune that work. We need someone that we can trust, that really believes in us and is able to give us strategies to make us better at our craft of ensuring that we create this future focused success for all children. And that's what we see in Bayonne School District. They are doing some amazing work. So, Wachera, let's shift, because I know that that we talked about mentoring and coaching is important, but let's talk about what are some great things and amazing initiatives that are going on in Bayonne School District around coaching, if you don't mind.
So we have partnered with SPN to support our principals with instructional leadership as it relates to obviously literacy and mathematics efforts, but in addition to just different strategies around addressing parental involvement,
Right.
chronic absenteeism, um, and then, you know, being helping principals see that their role is beyond management and
Right.
they are more that they should be play more of a role with instructional leadership practices. And so that's been a lot of our efforts, kind of equipping our leaders with the skills that they need to lead others in those areas.
Definitely. Definitely. Leadership and just, your craft is almost like it's almost like this internal piece, right? You know what you're good at. And sometimes as leaders, we just stick to that. Sometimes it's teachers, it's like, okay, I'm a fourth grade teacher and I'm really good at math.
Mhm.
And what usually happens is they teach math all day. You follow where I'm going with that, right? And sometimes because we want to stick to those things that we're good at. But when you understand coaching and you understand mentorship, it's this process or this journey to say, okay, I'm good at math,
Mhm.
I'm good at management, but then what do I need to do as far as instruction?
Mhm.
What do I need to do as far as ELA if I'm a teacher?
Mhm.
What do I need to do as far as making sure that I raise the level of rigor, questioning, higher level, as far as making sure that my children get what they need, right? And that's the whole thing. It's almost coaching is this iron sharpening iron, right? It's almost like this opportunity to sit down with someone who you trust and
Mhm.
truly begin to build this rapport
Mhm.
around building successful strategies for all children.
Mhm.
October 12th through the 15th, folks, we're going to be at the National Dropout Prevention Center. If you didn't come to our 34th annual, and you didn't be in that standing room only to see Bayonne School District talk about some of those strategies, folks, you missed it. I'm here to tell you, you missed it. And if you were there, you got to come back at our 35th annual, right? Because we're going to be there in October 12th through 15th with Dr. Brown and her team talking through what are those leadership strategies that we've seen that really take leadership to the next level. And then what's the journey? What's the narrative? What's the experience, right? To have leaders truly talk about, listen, I was good at this, but trying to learn how to do this, it was a journey, but I did, and now you can see the reward as far as my entire culture and how that changed, folks. You've got to be there. Our 35th annual NDPC conference. It's in Orlando, Florida. First of all, thank you so much, Wachera, for the work that you guys are doing. And folks, get ready for our next installment because in Bayonne, they're working on this concept of future focused alternative schools, future focused non traditional settings for all students. We're going to be talking about that in our third installment. Folks, get ready for it. Here it comes.